All right, guys, here's the status of what's going on. It's really close, but it needs a lot of leg arms TLC. The other problem is harvest is really close. Because of our early drought, it's sped up things, and we're now a week, 2 weeks earlier than we should be for harvest. We got to get harvest ready. That tractor needs to get done. And then there's a planned vacation next week, which has been planned for over a year. And that was supposed to be fine because usually we have enough time. But because of the drought again, early harvest, basically I've got like 4 days to get the combines out and go through them, go through the headers, and try to get all the harvest equipment ready. So that way, hopefully we can take the kids on a vacation, have some fun for just a couple days, literally like 3 days, and get back and then see about whether we need to jump in the field with the combine or not. While Leg Arms has said he's going to stay home and he wants to keep busting on that thing. Bless his heart. So we're this close. We need that thing running. You'll see soon. We need that thing running. And we're really close. So hang on with me today. I'm going to run around, go 100 miles an hour, and I'm going to get some equipment out and go through it and hopefully be ready for harvest. So that way, while we're on our vacation of just a couple days, we can not be thinking about how badly we need to get the combines out and make sure they're good to go. All right, first thing I need, air tank. Let's grab it. Some might wonder, why didn't you have the combines ready over winter? That's what, a lot of guys do. They take them in the shop, work on them in the winter. Well, we should have. We keep talking about doing that. But instead we chose to do the impossible, and that was to build a tractor in under a year. Well under a year. Like within like 8 months. So that's where we're at. We'll make it. I think we've got a squatter in the old shed. Pretty sure it's a marmot. Let's see if we can find him. That's definitely not a gopher. That's a marmot. Where are you at, buddy? I don't have gloves, so I am not going to grab him. Oh, marmot. Oh, did I see him? Yeah, I think he's right over there. He's underneath all this metal. Well, I'm going to hopefully give you guys a view of him, but I don't think we're going to get that view because he is... Oh, he's underneath there somewhere. Marmot. He's under that pallet. Okay. Well, sorry, guys. I don't think we're going to be able to get a view of him, but you heard him at least. Let's get these things out of here. This is our backup header. We bought this last year. Fix it up really quickly for the most part. You're missing some guards. Just in case we happen to have the absolute worst happen and the header go down. But these two are our somewhat better headers that are more field ready. So those are the ones we're going to be going through. And that is why we brought the air tank. Now we got the headers here. Start going through those in a little bit. But I think it's time we get some stuff out of here, like those things. Feels like it was just yesterday. Literally just driving that. It's like yesterday. Just, time just moves so fast. 9370's up first. Let's get this out of here. That's building up air. Let's get this one out of here. What is this? This Clifford? Come on out. lights. All right, we're talking. All right, B-spine. Let's see if you're ready. Got power. Boom. Like a boss. Dad's pulling the 93 ahead. Eagle truck, as the kids call it. One of the first things up I'm going to do is we got rethresher holes. There, there, and there. I think that's it on the unit. We'll just limp this thing along as we can. They tend to wear out along the sides here, on the back side here, but so far this one's good. B-spine has a little bit more, and B-spine's got holes up there too on the rethresher, and holes along the green grain horizontal auger. Actually, that one's starting to get thin right there too. I better patch that. That's gonna start leaking this year if I don't do that. So first up, let's patch some holes. Power disconnects off, grind and weld. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, plated, and I wrapped the backside with some rebar. Some 7/8 rebar, I think is what other 5/8 rebar, and that'll keep that intact for another season, and then we'll address the next season and see if we just replace it all or get new combines, because next year's gonna be a huge crop, obviously. Got B-spine patched up, so no more leaking there. Good down there. The upper of the sprocket on the clean grain elevator is pretty bad, and I think the chain's okay. I think we did the chain not that long ago, but sprocket needs replaced. It's bad. No one's open to get a sprocket, so, but I'll get it taken apart at least. Have it ready to go as soon as we get that sprocket. We can slap it together and get it in. By the way, scissor lift, money for this. Oh, that's better. That's good. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. See, that's the kind of wear. I don't know if you call it fluid dynamics, similar to that. The turbulence as the grain goes through and splashes against this, how it creates this pattern. It's pretty neat. But still some life in that, so we'll keep running it. All right, here's what I'm talking. So see these upper sprockets? They're curled in like this. That is not how they're supposed to be. This part should be out to like right here. So that wears on the chain. It's not a good thing. It curls it and grabs it and tries to pull the chain in when it goes around. Definitely needs to replace. The chain itself, I've seen worse, but we'll see. But let's loosen this up. Let's find the connecting link, take it apart, and get this chain out of here. Being the dummy that I am, I didn't even walk over here and take a look at our combine shelf of parts and inventory. And right there it is. I bought it last year because we were gonna put it on, and we're like, you know, let's just put it on next year. So I could do that again, or I could just put it on now. So besides just visually inspecting the chain and the paddles to see how wore they are, another way to tell is how much is your tension set on that chain. This is the tensioner for the big feeder chain in here. Or not feeder chain, what am I talking about? Oh, sorry, no, I'm on the wrong one, no. This one, that's the one right there. That's for that chain right there. Let's go down there. Look out, Mabby. I don't want to step on you. There we go. And if the adjustment is fairly maxed out, then your chain's shot. And where is our adjustment? I gotta get the scissor lift out of the way. All right. Looks like I did my modification here and cut that out so we get a socket on that. When it lifts up on this, that tightens the chain. So we are close to being maxed out on adjustment. So that chain is pretty wore. Probably should just get a new one. Which way you want to go?
It works.
Yeah. There. These chains getting caught on this sprocket up here. They're that bad. All right, the weight should start taking here soon. Okay, right, there we go. All right, rope just went over the top. If you, I mean, we probably, I don't know. I think we could run that chain.
You run it out?
I mean, we could drop it all the way out and check it. I guess it's not too hard to let back in.
No.
Might as well just check the chain. So, yeah, the rope's just climbing over the top right now. You're good. All right. So there's that piece. I must have swelled it a little bit. It was pretty tough the whole way, but I'll clean that shaft up real good, real nice. Pretty like the new one will slide on. Great. No one will ever know I did all that. It would have been nice though if you could have a little cover here, you know, that bolts on, and just slot this and slot that. And just unbolt, 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 4 bolts. Take the whole piece out, fix it, put it back in. But, you know, everything is designed to go together when it's brand new out of the factory. When things change with water, dirt, dust, heat, cold, drinking. And it gets challenging, but we'll get her fixed. I'll clean that up.
I think this needs dentures or implants. Their teeth, kind of teeth is gone almost. See the difference? It's curled.
It must be the weight of it. The top one always takes the weight of the chain or something. It wears. Top one always wears fast. All right, well, at least I got the right one. Both the bearings feel really good. So they got a lot of life left in them. So we'll just keep them on there. I know. Change the bearings too while they're in there. They feel so good though. Alright. There we go. There we go. That wasn't too painful, so sprocket's back on. A little slop in the keyway there, but it wasn't bad. Key looked actually pretty good. So I just gotta put the chain back on. And then when we get the new chain, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, it just shouldn't do that. That's wore out. We'll get the new clean grain elevator chain, and then when we feed that up and through around, then I'll put that chain on and finish buttoning all this up. But until then, we're done here. So this will be a next week's project. We'll find something else to do. If you guys want to know how frustrated we were last season with our crops, this is how we left it. It sat like that all winter. I think we just finally got to the end of the field and we're like, we're done. And that just went clunk and we parked it. So I guess.
Well, that looks rock solid.
Yeah. That chain actually does look a little wore. It's got flat on the other half side. The sprockets are, yeah, those drive sprockets a little bad, but I don't know, I think it'll be okay. We'll just have to see the tension on the chain, but new feeder bar right there for sure. And we'll get that out. It looks like the chain is okay. It's just bent, but things you find when you open the covers up. Okay, we'll fix it. Okay, go back the other way actually. There's a gap right there. It's not gonna, there we go, right there, perfect. Okay, that'll give me enough slack. I gotta take this, either I gotta get a big hammer and beat this rock out, or I just gotta take the bar off, which I'll take the bar off the easiest. Okay. I think it's a 15 and I think it's a 15. There's the rock. I can throw it over there. you know what? Now you can turn it. So you want to rotate it? We'll tip this up. Right, go ahead. You can rotate it. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Right there, that's good. There, now I can get at this.
Did you want me to go grab a bar?
Yeah. Let's get rid of this thing. I love cordless impacts. They're just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fortunately, I got to live life what it was like before having those. So I know what it was like. But now that I have them, I also know what it's like to have them. The press will fix this. We should be able to strip that out. Yeah, it looks the same. Oh, is it? Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, that's the same. Another bar. Change that one out too. There we go. I mean, you could weld it and bend it straight, but this one's gonna break the next rocket hits, so that's a throwaway. I took this out too. I don't know if this is called a guide or whatever it is, the chain to start riding on. The chain goes to the top, rides to the top, but as you can see, it's about wore through. So we'll get some of those too. Who's excited to keep working on combines? I am. I'm thinking it's module time. So we gotta do the heart of the combine. Some could say it's the engine, that's possible, but what does all the work separating the crop is your rotor. And that is the separation process of removing the seeds from the pods, the heads, the shells, the husks, whatever it may be. So the rotor spins, it's got rasp bars on it that smack and press the crop up against the sides of these modules, and then the kernels fall through, and the junk hopefully goes out the back, and then all the cleaning, which is down here, takes place and gets all the fines, the lights, the chaff, the ground up straw, whatever that may be, blows that out the back where the heavier seed falls down, and then it all ends up in the top of the combine hopper, and then you unload it in a truck or a grain cart. But I haven't seen the inside of that rotor since last year, and the only way to know is you gotta open it up. So I'm gonna take the modules out, then I'm gonna inspect the rasp bars, spin the rotor, look at the inside of the cone, transition cone, try to figure out, does everything look okay, like you could run the season? And then if it all looks good, I'm like, yep, we're good to go. I'll put the large wire modules in for the yellow peas, because they'll probably be up first, because they're the most critical to get off the field the fastest, because they can shell out on the ground when they're ripe. So that's the plan. First thing, 18 millimeter socket, 16 millimeter in wrench, 16 goes on the top, 18 on the nut on the bottom. Everything's gonna be tight. Drop the nut inside on the pan. Okay, that one is loose. Put those right there so we don't lose them. See, that one's tight. So the trick, when these are tight like this, punch, hammer, put it in the hole right here. Let's go from there. So actually, I think I need a smaller. Well, this will work. Beat the punch up. That loosens it up. Pull the bolt out. Move everything out of the way. Tap. Then, 2 hands. If you don't have 2 hands, like I know one guy out there that farms with 1 arm. He's amazing. Grab with both. Pull and lift. These things aren't nearly as bad as they used to be. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I just found something. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Oh, this suspense is probably killing you guys. I know exactly what this is. It's not a good sign, that's for sure. Will it stop us from running the setup the way it is this year? Probably not, but we know what needs done. That's a winner with these rotors out. Conveniently, it got wedged perfectly. You guys know what that is? That's a vane bolt. Holds veins inside your rotor cage. The vanes are little fins that help direct the flow of crop in the rotation that it should go, the speed. It speeds up or slows down the crop as it goes through the rotor. And that means that a vane got ripped out, which we know. This thing's missing some vane pieces. Yeah, I know, that was gonna happen, but then a big butt entered the picture. Go, okay. Look at this thing. See how the rock bent that and mashed that in? It's still good to go. We'll weld a little bit around on it. This will still work fine for the season, but this is coming out. All right, modules, the 4 are out. I'm leaving the other 4 in because we don't have to change them. So now I'm gonna look for evidence of loose bolts, loose rafts bars, bent rafts bars, broken rafts bars. Look at the bolt heads, see if they're wore down. If this lip here is wore into the bolt head, then these rafts bars are shot. These ones still have a lot of life, looks like, which is good because it saves moolah. Don't have to change them out. So I'll just keep spinning this and keep looking, and I'm gonna start looking up that way, down that way at the transition cone, and we'll move from there.
What a motley crew. Oh my gosh. Have you been driving this? Not you, Brandon.
Not me.
Okay. All right. I think it's dog days of summer. All right, we're gonna go back over. Brandon's been hauling us some wheat to the elevator. We're down at the bottom. We drew straws. Brandon lost. I'm in the bin.
I win.
Yeah, he always wins. I know you got to treat your drivers with a lot of care and softness. Let's throw out the softness and the care. Then just treat them. All right.
They don't like to work very hard.
Nope. What do you think, Kobe? Yeah. As you can see, the crop is, winter wheat's turning, getting that yellowish across the field. Just judging, I'd say we're a little over 2 weeks, approximately, something like that. We're going to be running machines definitely at least 2 weeks earlier, if not more. I don't think I've ever cut wheat this early in the harvest this summer. And I don't think you could probably even hear me talk, right? I think so.
Get me out of this machine.
Yeah, Kobe drove well. I'm proud of him. Anyway, what happened is gas ran out. So got some more petrol, and then as he learns to open up a,
I don't know how to open it.
yeah,
I am not qualified to run this piece of machinery. I want an open.
you just gotta wiggle it off.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Ha!
It's not wiggling. Oh, it wiggled.
There we go. All right, as you can see, there's probably 2 loads left, maybe this one and one more, and then we'll close this bin up. But actually, there'll probably be grain going back in about 3 weeks. So yeah, there was just a little bit left that we had to get rid of so we can have this bin. So okay, we'll get this fired up and get him loaded.
I'm here helping Bob today. Lucky me. So this is my 3rd trip this morning.